Most people think discipline is a cage. They see it as a life of no sleep-ins, no junk food, no distractions. But if you look at the most successful, high-performing individuals on the planet, they see it differently. For them, discipline is the only path to true freedom. If you are a slave to your impulses, you aren't free. If you can't say no to a notification, a sugar craving, or the urge to procrastinate, you are a passenger in your own life. Today, we're going to stop trying to find motivation. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are unreliable. Instead, we are going to talk about architecture. I'm going to show you how to biologically and psychologically rewire your brain to actually enjoy the struggle. Chapter 1: The Dopamine Hierarchy. Your brain is a survival machine. Its primary goal is to find the most pleasure for the least amount of effort. In the modern world, this is a trap. We live in an era of cheap dopamine. Scrolling, fast food, and endless entertainment provide massive rewards for zero effort. When your brain gets used to free dopamine, any task that requires effort, like working out or studying, feels like a threat. Do this, you have to implement a dopamine gatekeeper. From now on, your brain does not get free hits. You must earn your pleasure. If you want to check your phone, you do 20 push-ups. If you want to watch a show, you finish your deep work first. When you tie dopamine to effort, your brain starts to associate the struggle with the reward. Eventually, the struggle itself becomes the trigger for excitement. Chapter 2: The Amygdala Hijack and the 3-Second Rule. The moment you think about doing something hard, a part of your brain called the amygdala panics. It's trying to protect you from danger. It starts a negotiation. It's too cold. You're tired. You can start tomorrow. Use this technique. You have exactly 3 seconds to act before your brain wins the negotiation. This is the 3-second rule. When the alarm goes off or the thought of the gym hits, you must move your physical body within 3 seconds. Psychologically, this happens. Movement kills the internal negotiator. By acting instantly, you bypass the prefrontal cortex's ability to rationalize laziness. You aren't trying to be disciplined. You are simply outrunning your own excuses. Chapter 3: Identity-Based Habits. The biggest mistake people make is saying, "I'm trying to be disciplined." The word trying implies the possibility of failure. It keeps you in the mindset of a victim who is struggling against their nature. How do you do this? You need to change your internal narrative. Instead of, "I'm trying to go to the gym," say, "I am an athlete." Instead of, "I'm trying to stop procrastinating," say, "I am the type of person who does the hardest task first." When discipline becomes an identity rather than a chore, your brain begins to seek out hard things to prove that identity is true. You don't do the work because you have to. You do it because that is who you are. Chapter 4: The Power of Voluntary Discomfort. If you only do hard things when you have to, you will always be fragile. To love discipline, you must practice it when it's unnecessary. Do this exercise. Once a day, do something solely because it is uncomfortable. Take a freezing cold shower. Walk in the rain without an umbrella. Sit in a chair for 10 minutes with no phone and no music. What will happen? This is called stress inoculation. By voluntarily choosing discomfort, you are training your nervous system to remain calm under pressure. You are telling your brain, "I decide when we suffer, not the world." This builds a mental callus that makes the regular challenges of life feel easy. Chapter 5: The Gap and Gain Reflection. Most people quit because they only look at how far they have to go. They focus on the gap. This leads to burnout and a hatred of the process. How do you do this? Start measuring the gain. At the end of every day, write down 3 wins, no matter how small. I woke up on the first alarm. I chose water over soda. I worked for 30 minutes without checking my phone. When you focus on the gains, you trigger a success loop in your brain. You start to enjoy the process because you can see the visible evidence of your growth. Discipline stops feeling like a weight and starts feeling like a scorecard. Discipline is not a punishment. It is a gift you give to your future self. Every time you choose the hard path, you are voting for the person you want to become. You are building a mind that is resilient, focused, and, most importantly, under your control. Stop waiting for the perfect time to start. Stop waiting for the feeling of motivation. Take the wheel. Own the struggle. And remember, the blacksmith doesn't ask the steel if it's ready to be forged. He just puts it in the fire. If you're ready to take back control, I want you to comment the word Commander below. And if you want to dive deeper into the psychology of focus, watch my other psychology video. Build your mind or someone else will.